Welcome back, everyone, for more Santa Lucia. Last time, after that big, discussion with Russell in the section where they make up, surprise, surprise, everyone finally showed up. Very late, but everybody finally showed up, and we got to catch up on what everyone was up to this point. I am going to go back for a quick second to see what Bryan, since we're going to be back on Bryan's route, since that's what the updates are all about now, currently. I'm going to check out Bryan's prompt at the party, now that, we have the whole Act 2 and Act 1 situation in there, and I'm just kind of curious what kind of conversation they'll have. But, after that, unfortunately, it was, the party went past curfew, and, Ben sees the mysterious figure again, and, I guess we'll have to see where we can go from there. Because I do end up reaching back just fine, but I'm kind of curious where this is going to go. Anyways, I'm gonna do Bryan's little prompt here on October 3rd. Real quick before we continue. I find Bryan in the middle of a conversation with Karina. This should be good. I wonder what they're talking about. I noticed you and Ben are hanging out a lot lately. What's up with that? Oh, you noticed, huh? We've been having a lot of fun together. My eyes wide, knowing exactly what the follow-up expression is going to be. Yeah! I interject before it can happen. The fraternities kept us pretty busy with games and stuff. A lot easier to stay on top of it when you're able to work alongside a friend, you know? Yeah, that makes sense. I wish I knew what you guys see in those organizations. Ugh, sorry. Now I'm thinking of Malcolm again. Think I need to step away for a bit. I'll be right back. Karina surprisingly leaves the conversation and heads for the bathroom, which gives me the opportunity I need to chastise Bryan. Bryan, what the hell was that? Dua? Don't dua me. You almost let it slip to Karina about our arrangement. Is that what you're pissed off about? Yeah, obviously. Thought we agreed to keep it under wraps. Bryan waves his hand in front of him dismissively. Ugh, you worry too much. I'm just being flirty. You know how it is. In case you haven't noticed, nobody really takes me seriously when I talk like that. They're not gonna think any different because it's just me being me. The only one that's gonna get us exposed is you, if you keep acting squirrely every time the topic comes up. You think so? It's not that hard a secret to keep. Even if I don't see why it's such a big deal to keep it a secret in the first place. So we're banging on the side. Why should it matter to anyone else besides us? I get where he's coming from, but we're definitely not on the same wavelength. Sorry, I've got a lot to lose here. Besides, you're about to spill the beans to Karina, of all people. You know she doesn't keep secrets well, right? A fact I've had to learn the hard way a lot over the past month. Right. Bryan pulls a hand over his heart. I swear I'm not going to tell anyone. If you promise you're not going to keep making a big deal about it. Just roll with the punches, man. It's not the end of the world if people find out. I let out a deep sigh. He's not wrong. It's just kind of embarrassing. Alright, deal. Perfect. Not long after we finish our talk, Karina returns from the bathroom. We continue to chat for a few more minutes before splitting off in different directions. Who should I talk to now? I'm kind of curious what Carlos is going to be all about, actually. I promise this will be the last one. I find Carlos sitting away from everyone at another table. He has his arms folded and is staring at a corner of the wall. It honestly seems like his attention is elsewhere. I wonder what's up. Hey, Carlos. Hi, Ben. I pull up a chair and sit across from him. Everything going alright? I noticed you've been pretty quiet lately. I am. Sorry, I don't mean to be. It's okay. I'm just worried about you is all. It's none of your concern. He snaps back at me with surprising force. Wow, okay then. Put my hands up and consider walking away. I'm just checking up on a friend. No need to bite my head off. He mutters something in Spanish under his breath. I'm sorry. That was very rude of me. Apology accepted. I decided instead to let my guard down. He may be gruff and irritable, but he's never meant any harm to anyone. Maybe it's better to just hear him out. If you want to talk, I'm here. If you must know, my brother is in the hospital. Oh shit, I didn't realize. I'm sorry for pushing you, man. It is fine. You didn't know. Have you gone to see him yet? No. A quick and blunt retort. Really? How come? He does not deserve it. Huh? Lean forward, surprisingly intrigued by the implication. What do you mean by that? My brother is a drug addict. He needs to suffer the consequences for his actions. Carlos slams a fist onto his thigh, which reverberates with a dull thud. I see. Like I said, it is none of your concern. He gets up from his seat and starts walking away. Hey, where are you going? To fill my plate with more food. I watch in silence as the tiger piles on some breadsticks and chicken wings on his already used plate. I know when I'm not wanted, so I take this as a sign for me to leave him be. I hope he does go see his brother eventually, though. Carlos can be a little too stubborn for his own good. Alright, so it was just kind of like a very outsider's point of view of what ended up happening during that act. Okay, so I just wanted to quickly check that out. So let's continue. Dr. Dubois put down a stack of paper on the side of my desk. His lips curl upwards. Good work on your article. I grab mine and pass the pile down to Bryan, who does the same. It could use another editing pass, but that's something you'll learn as we go. Thank you, Professor. He nods as he goes down to the next row, repeating the process. I wasn't sure what to expect for my article, but it sounds like I did okay. I mean, I was actually pretty proud of it. Huh? That doesn't always translate into good grades, apparently. It takes me a moment to register the letter I'm staring at. P-? Really? I'm not sure if I'm disappointed in or pleased with myself. I wasn't getting my hopes up too high to begin with, but I guess I expected a bit more since the professor just brought it up. Was he expecting me to get a worse grade or something? Dr. Dubois sits down at his desk as he dismisses the class, but not before offering any student with questions the opportunity to talk to him about their grade. I think I'll pass on that one. Yo, check this out, dude. Bryan yanks on my sleeve, shoving his own paper in front of my face. B+, my man! That's how we do it. Let's go. Seriously? Bryan got a better grade than me? Well, I'm glad that worked out for you. Guess writing about a topic you're passionate about helps, huh? Yeah, getting Rush Week as my topic was, like, almost too easy. Didn't even feel like work. Usually it takes me a good few hours of procrastination to get started on something, but this came pretty effortlessly. Leaning in closer, he whispers in my ear. Almost as effortlessly as I came on Monday, right? I scoot my chair away from him, throwing the lightest punch I can muster at his shoulder. You dumbass. That's not even clever. You love it. He lets out a satisfied chuckle, clearly pleased with the reaction he got. I figure that's my chance to sneak away my paper without being noticed, but Bryan makes his own move first. Anyway, how'd you do? The panda's already got his big hands on my article before I can even react. I'd say I'm surprised. But we all know who has the bigger dumb jock vibes between the two of us. He gives me a heavy-handed wink, and I can only roll my eyes in response. Oh please, I'm not the one who spends my entire day admiring myself in the mirror. Says the guy who got a B-. Come back at me when you got a B+ and a rocking bod. He flexes his arm for good measure. It's just not fair, man. Bryan fits almost every criteria for the stereotypical college meathead, but somehow he almost gets to be really smart when he wants to. Some people have it all. I'm just messing with you, man. I don't think I would have gotten even a C with the topic you had. We throw our backpacks over our shoulders and exit the classroom. Bryan's still looking over at my paper in disbelief. The history of USL's website. How'd you even pull off that many words on this? Honestly, a couple long nights of energy drinks and boring internet research. For some reason, whoever made the website kept a thorough documentation of it throughout the years it's been active. All 20 of them. Jeez, my condolences. At least you had a good source. So yeah, I'm satisfied with my B- after thinking about it. Right on. We walk in silence for a moment, only for Bryan to suddenly break it. Oh, sorry. We walk in silence for a moment, only for Bryan to suddenly to break it. Okay, I know that sounds wrong. Oh, and you totally have a great body too. I was just kidding back there, you know? I gotcha, don't worry. I know I can't quite keep up with your standards, but I try. Pfft, I just put on muscles because I like how it makes me feel. And what's that exactly? He stops for a moment to reflect. Strong? I can't put words on it, I guess. I feel like I can take on anything that comes my way. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate other body types, though. Need a bit of everything to make the world go round, you know? You know what I'm saying? Totally, yeah. Come to think of it, I don't really have much of a preference. I keep myself in good shape, but I like guys however they come. Between you and me? He leans in closer. I'm sure he'd kill me for even thinking about it. But I'd totally offer Carlos a ride on the old Panda Express. Really? Fuck yeah, dude. It's like I said, I have a thing for fierce kitties. He nudges my side with his elbow. Shut up. He'd grow eye lasers or something and burn you up to a crisp on the spot. Besides, there's not a chance in hell he'd be interested. He's not gay. We step out the double doors to the Bizlaw building. You really need to get your gaydar checked, man. That tiger's so deep in the closet, he's in Narnia. I've seen his type before. I don't know about that. You sure you weren't seeing what you want to see there? Bryan glances around the empty road we're walking on. Guess we'll never know. Anyway, I've already got my hands full with one cat. Don't think I can handle another right now. Oh please, you barely handle this time. You barely handled this one. Right? You're quite the handful. And speaking of handfuls, your bod definitely ranks pretty high for me. All that run's given you some firm buns, let me tell you. He slaps my ass to punctuate his compliment, much to my surprise. Hey! I appreciate it, but not in public. Relax, nobody's around. Your butt's pretty cute, too. I slap his backside as firm as I can. Do I? Can dish it out, but you can't take it, huh? Not something you get to see a lot. I get it. Gotta take your chances when you can. I respect that. Pfft. Well, I was thinking about going to the frat house tonight. Maybe you could get a better look at it afterwards, Tonight? I nod. To my surprise, he seems to fidget a bit. Sorry, tonight's not a good night for me. Oh, no problem. Don't worry. You've got something planned already? He rubs the base of his neck, still looking away. Yeah, made other plans. It's fine. We walk a few more steps. The air's a lot heavier between us now for some reason. Haven't had a topic I can't discuss with Bryan since he's so open. Is it football related? He shakes his head. Oh, no, it's not a big deal. Well, I got a hookup lined up tonight. My heart momentarily leaps into my mouth. Been looking forward to it for a while. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Is it a guy you've been with before? Certain crocodile's image flashes in my mind's eye. Haven't seen him since he told us he joined the other fraternity. Bryan hasn't mentioned him in a while either, but they could still be seeing each other on the side, which is fine. It's fine. Nah, it's nobody I know. I've never actually seen the guys I'm meeting tonight in real life. My heart goes another leap. Well, wow. Guys is in plural? He turns to look at me with a hint of excitement in his eyes. Yep. They're a couple I met on the app. They're looking for a third, and, well, Panda's on the menu tonight. I let out a loud chuckle along with him. I've never been in a threesome myself. I've almost done it once before, but the other two chickened out before we went all the way. So this will be your first time in a threesome? Yep. Nice. Not like this is too different from him sleeping with just another guy from my perspective. I've had this planned for a while, so I'd rather not cancel on him. Yeah, I hear you. He takes out his phone and glances at the screen. Crap, don't want to be late for the team meetup, or Coach is gonna skin me alive. Sorry, dude. Got a jet. I'll tell you about it tomorrow, okay? Sure. Yeah. See you tomorrow, Bryan. He waves as he takes off, running in the opposite direction. Guess I'm not getting late tonight. I'm fine with it. I knew what I was getting into. Sounds like he's been waiting a long time for an opportunity like this. I admit I wouldn't have minded crossing this off my bucket list at the same time as him, but a foursome is a totally different affair altogether. I'm happy he's getting the chance to do things he wants. It means he doesn't feel like I'm, shackling him down or anything. We've got this casual fling going, and it's been going great. He can sleep with whoever he likes, whenever he likes. Just like I can. I've still only been with my ex, though. I'm not too sure how I'd even go about finding someone to sleep with. There's this weird pit in my stomach again. I guess. I really wish I could be there with him. Which has got to be a good sign, right? We're getting along well, and he even said he'd tell me all about it. This is just how things this is just how things like these tend to go, I'm sure. Yeah, totally. I head towards my next class, thinking about Bryan the entire way. After the rest of my classes were over, I went down to the UC and grabbed a bite to eat for dinner. I just grabbed whatever was quick and available, which happened to be some kind of noodle salad. Tapping through my phone as I chow down, my mind circles back to the fraternity. It's still hard to believe little old me got accepted into a frat. So far, I've been treating it as a fun spot for Bryan and I to hang out at. But there's nothing that says I can't go there on my own. As far as I can tell, the guys there don't seem to mind me much. And some independence would look good, I'm sure. I don't need Bryan with me everywhere I go. Especially since right now he's probably Well, I'm done with this, so time to head out. Clean off my tray and exit the cafeteria. There's a nip in the air. It's not outright cold, but it's a lot fresher than it's been lately. It's already starting to get dark, too. The ever-shortening days signal the coming fall and the colder nights alongside it. A slight comfort is I'm sure it doesn't snow here. I hurry down the path leading to the frat houses, seeking warmth. Pushing past the double doors into the atrium, the hum and buzz of the other members quickly reaches my ears. There's quite a number of us today. I pause for an instant, thinking about my next move. I didn't think that far ahead. Bryan's enough of a social butterfly for us too, so I'm not usually the one to make the first move. I wander around the house, taking in the sights and sounds. There's a lot of groups gathered around the place. It's crazy that it seems like I haven't met the majority of the brothers by now. I raise my eyebrows when I notice a couple of guys climbing up the stairs to the bedrooms. Chicks in their arms. I mean, college students are going to do what college students do. I'm not surprised. But Blake made this fraternity sound like almost chaste by comparison to how it actually is. Well, judging by the one Diego is in, this might as well be a convent. Hey, Ben, good to see you. I turn around at a familiar voice. How you doing, my man? The wolf holds out his hand. I notice he's carrying a pack of bottles in his other hand. Oh, what's up, Kane? He shakes his head. I shake his hand. Oh my gosh. I shake his hand. Bryan not around today? I guess us being together so often left an impression. Nah, I had other stuff to do tonight. It's just me. His ears perked up. That's cool. Want to join us upstairs? I'm hanging out with Thomas and Blake. Sure, if you think they won't mind. We were looking for another player, actually, so the timing is perfect. Kane takes me up the stairs and down the corridor with all the rooms available to the brothers. What are you guys playing? The wolf pushes his glasses up with his index finger on the rim. Arcane Assembly. I cock my head to the side. Name rings a bell, though I'm not sure exactly where I've heard it before. It's a trading card game. Oh, like the Pocket Runners one. Yep. I used to play Arcane Assembly a lot when I was a kid. Had a sizable collection, too. He opens the third door on his right. If I recall correctly, this is his and Thomas's room. Though I had to restart from scratch here. Inside, Blake and Thomas are sitting at a table, cards spread out on a board in front of them. I'd say that was a stroke of luck for us, judging by the current odds. Hey, I missed my collection, dude. What's up, Ben? Hey, guys. Good to see you. King closes the door behind me, and invites me to sit down with the other two. I hope I'm not interrupting. Blake waves a hand in front of him. Nah, game's rigged anyways. What do you mean? We were playing this card game, just the three of us. Aren't these usually one-on-one games? Didn't know you could do that. Neither did we. It's not an official game type, but it's a little tweak you can make. Excuse me. It's not an official game type, but it's a little tweak you can make. You can make to fit more players. I think it's pretty fun. Thomas leans back in his chair, stretching his arms above his head. His shirt lifts up, revealing his midriff. I do my best not to stare at his toned body. Yeah, although it took me a while to get it. And the team compositions are pretty limited right now, seeing as nobody but Kane can really win solo. You almost got me last round, so you guys are improving. Blake crosses his arms and stares Kane down. You say that, but I noticed you were making mistakes you wouldn't have earlier. Wait. But I noticed you were making mistakes you wouldn't have earlier. Going easy on us now? Kane shrugs his shoulders. If you can tell I'm going easy on you, maybe it's time to step up, man. Dang, touche. You're making these games sound a lot more cutthroat than I remember as a kid. Thomas taps my shoulder. That's because you were still basking in the sweet innocence of childhood, ignorant of all the evils in the world. He glares at the wolf across the table. Such as friendly competitors. Kane rips out a few bottles from the cardboard package he brought with him and hands them to the others. Ben? He offers one to me. Sure. I'm pretty parched. I could use a soda. So, do you want to play a few rounds with us? Yeah, I'm down. How's that going to work, though? We'll just do 2 teams of 2. You can be with Kane. I'll stick with Thomas. It would be a shame to lose all the experience we got working together now. I scratched the back of my head. I feel like I'm just gonna be a handicap to you, Kane. The rabbit winks in my direction. That's the point, dude. Alright. That's how it's gonna be. Good, good. Let the hatred flow through you. Kane gathers all the cards on the table and shuffles them into a deck. So, how's this gonna go? The wolf takes a few minutes to explain the rules to us. Something about a draft format? Might have played games like this a decade ago, but I can't say I remember much about them. They're a lot more complicated than my memory made them out to be, too. Although, it's possible I never played them right in the first place. Kid Ben had a habit of making up his own rules all the time. And that should cover it. You got all that? Blake takes a swig of his drink. About as well as last time. I learn better when I play anyway. Same. Okay then. Let me distribute the cards. While Kane is busy with that, I take a sip of my drink. But the expected sweet acid of a Coke isn't what reaches my tongue. Instead, it's a lot more bitter. And burning. Kane recoils in surprise and Blake raises an eyebrow. Wow, watch the fireworks there. You good? I wiped the side of my mouth, catching some of the liquid. Sorry, I didn't expect that. You don't like beer? I don't even know. Last time I drank alcohol was when I snuck some out of my dad's cupboard when I was 14. I hated it. It's not that. I was just surprised. You didn't check to see what you were drinking? Well, that's... Would you like a soft drink instead? I can run downstairs and get you one. It's okay if you don't like alcohol, dude. Gah! Why do I always end up in the spotlight? Nah, don't worry about it. I drink beer. That's a bold-faced lie. I just wasn't expecting it as all. That's all. Blake, I thought alcohol wasn't allowed in the frat house. Blake raises his bottle in front of the light. This stuff isn't even that alcoholic. It's got the bare minimum to be legally qualified as a beer. Look, we're fine with alcohol on the down low. We don't want people rushing our frat expecting to get drunk every day. I guess that makes sense. Thomas rubs his hands together. Anyway, you guys ready to start? We all nod our heads. The first match begins, pitting Kane and I against Thomas and Blake. Surprisingly, they both put up a fierce fight. Unsurprisingly, I am of little use to the team fumbling around with the cards in my hand. Kane is able to hold his own well enough without me, which leads us to a wrestling victory from the jaws of defeat at the last second. Man, that's just not fair. Sorry, guys. Better luck next time. Can't say I feel like I did much. Don't worry, you'll learn. Right, yeah. Kane reshuffles the cards as Blake strikes up a conversation. So, how's Bryan doing? Damn. Just as I managed to forget about him for the night, Blake has to bring it right back. He's doing good. Probably better than good right now. Most likely inches deep in some guy while the other does whatever a third guy's supposed to do in those situations. How annoying. Can't seem to settle on the way I feel about this. It's rare that you two aren't together, so that's a surprise. Are we together often enough for people to point that out? He's got some stuff he had to do tonight. He'll probably show up here tomorrow or something. Alright, sounds good. As if compelled by reflexes, I swallow a gulp of my drink. The liquid burns my throat as it goes down. It takes a lot of effort not to wince right now. Somehow the sensation isn't entirely unpleasant. But the taste ain't great. Kane hands a stack of cards to all the players, signaling the beginning of another round. By the time we're done with our fifth and final match, a couple hours have passed. The score was 3-2 with us as the victors. Thomas and Blake tried their best and put on a valiant fight, but Kane's experience proved too much for them. They each managed to chug down 2 bottles of beer each by the end of the match. As for me, I was still fighting down my second one and losing. The other team took their loss in stride, though, laughing and trash-talking each other the whole time. Eventually, Blake had to call it a night, taking off not long after. Thomas followed suit, having to excuse himself to answer a call. In the end, the only ones remaining are Kane and I. He's been growing steadily more excited as the night goes on. I watch absentmindedly as he flips through the cards, clearly entranced by the art on them. The last game in particular was a difficult one as I kept forgetting what the cards even did. To be fair, though, Blake thoroughly broke my focus when he brought up Bryan. All I can think about is that dumb panda's face. And how I really wish I could be there with him. Fuck. That'd be fun, no? Why didn't he invite me? Hell, why does he need anyone else? Am I not good enough? I'm not seeing anyone else on the side, so why is he? Oh, Ben. Oh, Ben. What's on your mind, Ben? Wait, what's on your mind, Ben? Sorry. Kane looks up at me with a puzzled look on his face. Oh, nothing. I think I'm a little more buzzed than I anticipated. You know how it is. Kane gets up from his seat and sits next to me on the bed. Man, with him so close, I realize just how much heat he's generating. With all that dense fur, he's like a personal heater. You gonna be okay walking home like this? Yeah, I'm good. Don't worry. You could crash here if you'd like. I don't think Thomas would mind. For some reason, he's struggling to make eye contact with me. I take a second to consider his offer. That's really nice to say, but my roommate might get worried if I don't come back. His ears droop down a bit, droop down a little, but there's a warm smile on his face. Standing offer. There's a comfortable silence that settles between us. The kind where you don't feel like the need to break out of the awkwardness. We sit together listening to the music we put on in the background. Eventually the wolf speaks up. So, did you like the game? Yeah, totally. Sorry I was such a handicap, though. He rests his hand on my lap for a moment to assure me it's fine. No, don't be ridiculous. It was your first time. You even came in clutch at the end. Pretty sure we got that last victory because of you. You think so? I do. Alright, I believe you. It was pretty fun, yeah. Being here with the guys is a lot of fun. It's a shame Bryan couldn't be here for it. We'll have to play this one with Bryan next time. I think he'd dig it. Oh, yeah. He glances in another direction. I think he would, yeah. Blake doesn't even like card games, but he likes this one, so I'm pretty sure anyone can get into it. Another short silence that is once again broken by Kane. Have you and Bryan known each other long? Me and Bryan? Not really. A little over a month at this point, I think. We're in the same mentorship group and all, so we get along pretty well. More than well. Though I'm not sure if I want to let Kane know about my sex life. But he lets out a sigh. Alright, yeah. He's pretty open about the whole gay thing, so I thought, you know. I thought you guys were like a thing. Dating? I feel my face get even hotter than it was. No, we're not dating. I mean, he's gay and all. And so am I. But that doesn't mean we're dating. Takes me a moment to register what I blurted out. Kane's expression is one of surprise and relief. My heart's beating a lot faster now. I've been coming out a lot more lately, but this is the first time it's come up in such a way. Just so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Why am I even apologizing? You're good, man. Really? I kind of figured that out a while back, I guess. Really? Yeah. How? I mean, I don't think I look gay or anything. I guess I just have the nose for it. Why is everyone's gaydar so sensitive? I swear, mine's barely even functional. Well, I appreciate you for not judging me about it. He scratches the back of his ear. Well, actually, He's interrupted when the door opens. Thomas comes in with a fox girl leaning against him. Oh, are you guys still here? Sorry, I should have told you Vicky was the one on the phone. Kane shakes his head. No worries, Tom. We'll get out of your hair. The wolf nods his head at me, and we both get up off the bed. Thanks, man. I'll see you in a bit. The door barely has the time to close behind us before the sound of rustling clothes and soft moans can be heard. Well, they didn't waste any time. Yeah. The room's gonna be a no-go zone for an hour now. Sheesh. Sorry, dude. That's fine. Tom's a good dude. I'm not gonna get in his way. We can find a room downstairs if you'd like. I consider Kane's offer, but ultimately decide against it. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But I think I'm gonna call it a night. His eyes betray his disappointment. I really wish I could stay, but I gotta admit, those beers are making me drowsy as hell. Don't drink much? I shrug. Nope, I'm only 18. Between you and me, this is the second time I've drank alcohol. Oh shit, you should have told me. I didn't mean to push it on you. That's fine. I had a good time anyways. But yeah, I really gotta crash now. Yeah, fair enough. Thanks for swinging by, man. Come back anytime. Sounds good to me. See you later, Kane. Kane and I part ways at the bottom of the stairs. I leave the frat house into the cold night, walking across the dark campus back to my dorm. I shouldn't obsess over it so much, but I can't help but wondering what Bryan's up to. I wish he'd shoot me a message. I understand why he doesn't. And it's ridiculous to think he'd message me in the middle of a threesome, but man, hearing from him would really make my night for some reason. I'm back in my room before I even realize it. I black out when my head hits the pillow, allowing the alcohol to carry me off to sleep. We close the door behind us as Zach and I return from the showers. A quick glance at the clock across the room shows that it's almost 9 a.m. With his towel still wrapped around his waist. What's a video without me like accidentally pressing a button and having to go back to the history, right? With his towel still wrapped around his waist, Zach heads to his side of the room and starts gathering his clothes for the day. See? It's not so bad showering with the other guys. You're getting better about it every time. Thanks, Ben. I'm not used to people not caring. When I was in high school, the others would make fun of my weight. Or my head fins. Yeah, well, you're in college now. I'm sure everyone's grown out of their immaturity by this point. I guess you're right. I casually toss my towel aside and dig into my closet for my own set of clothes. This is the 4th time the two of us managed to take a shower together. Usually I'm the one waking up early to try and catch him, but this time was different. Couldn't believe it when I woke up this morning, but Zach was still asleep for once. I ended up having to be the one to wake him up. What with all his night adventures, I'm surprised this doesn't happen more often. Oh, what's up? I just noticed I have a message on my phone. Doesn't happen often? Not really, no. Still wrapped in his towel, he picks up his phone to check. Ah, it's from Russell. Really? I quickly slip on a pair of underwear and head over to his side of the room. What's he saying? I don't know, it's a voicemail. Let's hear it then. With a couple of double taps on the screen, Russell's voice echoes from the speaker. Hey dude, it's Russell. When you get the chance, can you call me back? I've got something cool I want to tell you. Also, do you have Ben's phone number? Talk to you soon. The awkward message ends with a slight fumble of the phone on his end. That's weird. Why would he need my phone number? Zach shrugs his shoulders. Oops! And accidentally taps the return call button. Almost instantly, Russell answers. Hi, Russell. I can faintly hear Russell's voice on the other end. He seems very enthused about something. Yeah, he's here. Do you want to talk to him? My ears perked up. Here, he's got something to ask you. Zach hands me his phone. Bleh. Oh, okay. As I hold it up to my ear, I hear the dragon finally remove the towel from his waist. I turn the other way to give him some privacy. Hey, Russell. What's up, Ben? Not much. You needed to talk to me? Yeah. Funny story, actually. So, you remember how I said don't talk to me again a few weeks ago, right? Well, I kinda sorta blocked you. You what? Relax, I did it more so I wouldn't be tempted to contact you. That hardly sounds better. Ugh, I know, I'm sorry. Do you think you could give me your number again? A smirk starts to form on my face. I could. Sounds like a butt is on its way. But I'm gonna need you to grant me 3 wishes first. I'm not a genie, kid. Sure, but you're filthy rich. That's good enough, right? Wow, touche. In all seriousness, though, can you just unblock my number? The line goes very quiet for some reason. How do I do that exactly? Really? Look, I'm kind of a boomer when it comes to tech, okay? God. We can't all be wizards like Chris. I think he's a few years off from that, still. Come again? To my surprise, the joke manages to go right over the amateur comedian's head. It's, being a virgin at 30 and stuff. Oh, yeah, that's what you meant. Damn, kid, that one's brutal, even for me. Good one. Thanks. Score another at the Aussie's expense. Okay, you got a piece of paper handy? Yep, shoot. I list off the... Oh, sorry, I meant shoot. Okay, never mind. I list off the digits of my phone number slowly so you can catch them all. Got it. Thanks. Want me to hand you back to Zach? Actually, can you put me on speaker? I've got something cool I want to tell you both since you're together. Okay. After hitting the button, I turn around and place the phone on the table. The shirtless dragon looks at me with a confused expression. He wants to talk to both of us. I see. Hey, Russell, can you hear us? Crystal clear. Just like with the voicemail, Russell's voice comes out of the small speaker on the device. Okay, first things first. Are you two free today? I look over at the dragon, who seems caught off guard by the question. I mean, I guess I am. Yeah, I have nothing better to do today either. Sweet, perfect. Well, if you guys are down for it, I'd like to take you both to the boardwalk. My treat. My eyes widen. That's a lot better than I expected. Whoa. Yeah, I'm totally down. I've been wanting to check out the place since I heard about it. Gonna need to get there soon then, because they close in the off season. And I'm more than happy to make sure you do. Thanks, Russell. I guess I could take some time off for this. That's the spirit. Consider it the second half of your birthday party, Zach. Alright. Is it just us, or can we invite some of the others? I'm sure Karina would be interested in this. And I wouldn't mind hanging out with Bryan while I'm there. Well, I was kind of hoping to keep it just between us bros, you know? My heart sinks slightly, but I understand what he means. Plus, shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. Right, makes sense. It's alright, Ben. Big groups tend to mean nothing gets done in a place like that. Nodding my head in agreement. Sounds like a plan then? Yeah, let's do it. Yep. Great! I'll pick you guys up in the parking lot in about 10 minutes, okay? We'll be there. With that, the call wraps up. Awesome! I can't wait! We should get dressed first. We should finish getting dressed first. That's why I notice I'm standing around in my underwear. Oh, right. Sorry. I scurry off to my side of the room and quickly gather my clothes for the day. Santa Lucia Boardwalk, here we come. Zach and I aren't left waiting long on the sidewalk before an old familiar clunker of a vehicle pulls up beside us. Russell parks and then steps out of his car. Zach, Ben, you really should have some. You ready to have some fun today? Hell yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh, he's wearing the new sweatshirt. Yes, I love it. Or the hoodie, sorry, whatever. I don't really care. Anyways. Oh, is that the new jacket Karina bought you? Girl's got good taste. It looks great on you. Thanks, I like it too. After seeing Zach in the same jacket all semester, it's refreshing to see him in something new for a change. Well, let's not stand around too long. Every minute we waste is another minute we could have been at the park. He waves for us to take our seats. You can have shotgun, Zach. Okay. As for me, I'd take one of the back seats. I don't know. It's always been my preference. I like being able to just see what everyone's up to while I'm a passenger. Sweet. This is gonna be awesome. With everyone buckled in, Russell wastes no time driving out onto St. Street. It takes about 15 minutes before we arrive at the park. True to his word, Russell pays for all our tickets. But that's just the entry. But not just the entry level. He guess it's the highest tier available, which offers free rides and attractions all day. He really does like to spoil his co-highs. Once we're inside the park, the three of us make our way towards the center plaza to gather our bearings. Wow, this place is a lot bigger than it looks from the street. Right? But you didn't expect it to extend along the beach as well. From where we're standing in the plaza, I can clearly see there's two distinct I can clearly see there's two distinct districts of the park. As expected, there's the Boardwalk section that extends pretty far out into the water. But there's also another area that has a big banner sign overhead that reads Swedish Village. A long line of rides, booths, and Northern European looking buildings stretch out almost as far as the boardwalk, but this time along an overlook of the beach below. This town really holds its Swedish heritage close to heart, apparently. So, boys, we've got the whole day to goof off. Is there anything in particular you're interested in seeing? He hands me a handy guide map pamphlet. Huh. Must have grabbed one while I wasn't looking. I quickly open it up so I can get a better understanding of what's available here at the park. I wouldn't mind checking out some of the rides. That's what you go to a theme park for, right? Then again, this is the second half of Zach's birthday party. I wonder if it would be more appropriate to let him decide what to do. Despite them both staring at me, I decide it's better the other way. Why don't we let Zach decide? He's the birthday boy, after all. I'd rather not make the decision for all of us. Nah, Ben's right. It's only fair that you get to decide since we're here for you. If you insist. I don't exactly come here often with other people besides my parents. I think I'd like to try out some of the attractions instead of the rides. You mean like mini golf and laser tag? The dragon nods his head. I like the way you think, dude. How about you, Ben? It's a tad disappointing, but I'm here for 4 years after all. I can always come back later if I want to ride the rides. Yeah, I'm down for that. Cool. Let's not waste any more time then. We spend the morning exploring the Swedish village. I picked up on the fact it was the family-oriented side of the park pretty quickly. Still, they had plenty of interesting things for us to do. In particular, I was enthralled by their series of 3 escape rooms. I've always heard those were fun, and I can't say I'm disappointed. We also stopped for lunch at one of the food booths along the way. I've never had a fried Oreo before. I'm scared how quickly I'd get fat if I indulged too much. Those things are addicting. Now, for the past few hours, we've been finishing up a second round of mini golf on a pirate-themed course that weaves its way through several sections of the park. The end of the course drops us off at an arcade on the Boardwalk side of the park. Damn, I got trounced by you guys. Didn't expect you two to be so good at mini golf. I've had a lot of practice on that course. I mean, it's just basic geometry, isn't it? You hit the ball at correct angle and strength, and it'll go into the hole. All right, Mr. Genius. You still lost to Zach. I shrug my shoulders and smile. Why so salty, brah? What? Can we head over here next? Zach cuts into our banter and points towards a section of the arcade stuff with a variety of old-fashioned video game cabinets. Oh, sure. Thanks. Both watch in surprise. He quickly dashes towards one cabinet in particular. Maybe we should follow him? Maybe. Not wanting to lose track of our friend, we squeeze through a crowd and arrive right behind him. What's the big deal anyway? Aren't those old video games you can play at home? Sure, but this place has nostalgic value to me. That's so. Yeah. When I'd have a bad day at school, I'd often come here to get my mind off things by playing video games. Looks like I still have a high score on this one. Really? Get close enough so I can see the initials he's pointing at. ZEH, huh? What's the E stand for? My middle name, Elliot. Zachariah Elliot Harris? Yeah. That's a nice name. I like it. Thanks. So, you're good at video games? I'm not the best, but I'm pretty good. Well, I'd like to see you in action. I challenge you to a match. Okay. I stand back as the two of them exchange some cash for tokens, then return to the arcade cabinet. With tokens inserted, the match begins promptly. I stand on the sidelines and observe the action. Obviously, Russell's getting creamed, but I don't think that matters much to the lion. I even noticed he keeps stealing glances at the dragon beside him. Those two really got close in the past month. Part of me is almost jealous. To be honest, the dynamic is too cute to try and interfere with. It practically feels like I'm watching a doting boyfriend interact with his girlfriend. I wonder if the lion might have a little crush on old Zach. We end up spending a lot longer at the park than I anticipated. After getting a sizable sample of all the rides and attractions, the sun finally sets over the horizon. Curiously, I notice there's a large gathering of people happening on the beach. Hey, what's going on down there? Peer over at the crowd from the railing on the boardwalk. That? They actually have concerts here every Saturday. That's kind of why I wanted to bring you guys today. Really? That's sick. They're free, too. You don't need a ticket or pass to watch one. You don't need something just to get into the park? Seems like you weren't paying attention. There's no entry fee to the park. You just need tickets or a pass to get on the rides or attractions. I see. I look back down at the gathering crowd again. Man, this place must be a great teen hangout spot, huh? Yep. Want to head down there and find a place to sit? Of course. With my enthusiastic confirmation, Russell eagerly leads us down a flight of stairs and onto the sand. Would have been great to have a beach blanket for this, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Doesn't seem like many of the other guests brought one. We find a nice section off to the left of the stage where there's fewer people in the way of the view. This spot good? It's perfect. Mind if I head to the bathroom real quick? Want me to come with you? No, I'll be fine. I know where it is. I'm sure I've been here more than you, Russell. Alright, if you say so. Be right back. The dragon heads back the way we came and ascends a different flight of stairs. Once I'm sure he's out of earshot, I turn to Russell with a big grin on my face. What? Do I have something on my face? In a sense, yeah. Cut that out, man. Your Cheshire grin is freaking me out. Took you a while to take your eyes off Zach. Hate to watch him go, but love to watch him leave. What? I'm just making sure he gets there, okay? Uh-huh. Sure. How about all the looks you've been giving him all day? What are you talking about? He acts like he doesn't know, but the way his face is lighting up, But the way his face is lighting up red tells me he knows exactly what I'm insinuating. You have the hots for Zach, don't you? Whoa. Wait just a second there. That's not what this is at all. Senpai Russell is just extra productive of his kohais, that's all. That's so. Funny you've never been quite like this when it comes to me. Alright, if you say so. That's not how it is at all. He stares off towards the water. I swore off relationships back when that whole mess happened. My ears twitch a little when I notice how his tone of voice has changed. What's that mean? It means I haven't had sex in months, kid. No interest in it either. That's right. Your senpai has taken a vow of chastity in his old age. I'm practically one of those monks now. I wonder if I abstain long enough if I'll be considered an honorary wizard like Chris. Russell... There he goes again, masking his pain through a thin veneer of humor. Sorry. Maybe you're right in that I have feelings for Zach. But I'm never going to act on them. Besides, I doubt he'd be interested in a wash-up, stinky chain smoker like me. My eyes widen when I realize I haven't seen Russell smoke even once today. Nah, a cute guy like Zach is gonna make a really pretty girl happy someday. And you know what? I want to watch him become that man. Russell deserves all the happiness in the world. That'll be good enough for me. If I can help make that happen, I'll be satisfied. Russell, you can't let that thing with Katie haunt you for the rest of your life. You say that as if I'm planning on living until I'm 80 or something. Nah, I'm probably gonna die choking on a chicken bone at 27, most likely. A blaze of glory, like that's more than I deserve. But at least still be in good company. With the 27 Club. I let out a sigh. Maybe pressing him on this was a bad idea. Have you at least talked to someone about what happened? You mean like a shrink? I shake my head. No. Well, I mean, yeah, but someone else you trust? Like Zach? You said you were going to talk to him about it, right? I did, but I left out some of the finer details. What? Why would you do that? That man's allowed to have some secrets, right? Ugh. I'd almost say you're in love with your own sadness, dude. Everyone's so obsessed with hiding their secrets. Can you guys just be over yourselves for 1 second? All of you, seriously. Russell's expression changes as my frustration boils over. Nate and his mommy issues, Bryan and his dumb jock facade, Carlos and his insecurities, Chris and his transparent mentor persona, Karina and her revolving door of boyfriends, Zach and his nighttime escapades, me and my nightmares. Do any of you guys know how to be honest? Wait a minute. What's that about, Zach? Ugh, you weren't listening. What's Zach up to at night? I shrug my shoulders in defeat. Hell if I know. He doesn't tell me anything. I just figured he heads home to the restaurant to spend time with his folks. That's too risky when there's a serial killer on the loose. That's what he's doing. I could have driven him there. I wouldn't mind seeing his parents again. They're super chill. I'll have to talk to him about it later. Thanks for letting me know, Ben. Don't make a big deal out of it or anything. I'm sure it is nothing. Besides, if you do, we'll know right away it's me who told you. We're barely starting to repair a friendship. I don't want to jeopardize it already. You know, he's never said anything bad about you, right? What? Look, if I bring it up to him, I'll be tactful about it. May not look like it, but I can be real smooth when I need to be. Our conversation is soon interrupted by the sound of approaching footsteps in the sand. I'm back, sorry. Welcome back, dude. You were gone for a while. I take it you dropped a mighty deuce in there, huh? Don't put it like that, that's gross. As the dragon takes a seat between us, Russell pulls him in close for another knuckle sandwich. You're back just in time, too. Looks like the show is about to start. I like how the song is literally called I Fucks With Me. The stage lights up as the band begins playing the first notes of their opening song. The air fills with the sound of charming punk rock tunes as the crowd starts cheering. Russell lets out a loud whoop when the vocalist starts singing, and Zach taps along to the beat with his foot. If I'm being perfectly honest, these two have a lot of chemistry together. I'd be totally stoked if they actually got together, but given their personalities, the chances of that happening are super slim. Russell's much too afraid of intimacy after what happened to him, and who could blame him? As for Zach, well, I don't really get the impression he's on the market, so to speak. He's got far too many things he's doing to spare time for something as trivial as a romantic relationship. He's living in a galaxy as far away as the astronaut on the jacket Karina gave him. In the end, there's only so much I can do as their friend. For now, it seems the status quo is going to be the way things are. And I suppose that's fine. We're young. We've got a lot of time ahead of us. Despite what Russell may think. I just hope one day he'll be able to forgive himself for what happened. Alright, so we're going to leave it off here on October 7th. Let's see here. Alrighty. So this was actually a really nice episode, honestly. We get a little bit more with like Bryan and a lot of Ben's insecurities when it comes to relationship stuff, and as well as hookups even. In a way, I remembered myself being in Ben's position in college, so like in a way I totally get it, you know? You kind of learn really quickly that some people just aren't interested in anything serious, and it's one of those things you kind of have to like learn to accept, you know? And it's hard to, especially if it's somebody that you're like really attracted to and want to like truly bond with, but sometimes FWBs are just kind of what people want sometimes, you know? And, yeah, but at the same time, I also feel like Bryan has been a tad a little bit more dismissive this time around, which is kind of odd. But I'm kind of curious to see where it goes, and I'm kind of curious if there's going to be a bit of a conflict between Ben and Bryan, because, you know, with Bryan being a bit more dismissive about, you know, their whole, you know, side hookup, and the fact that Ben's not the only one, and Ben still having kind of romantic feelings for Bryan. I find it all very interesting, and I'm curious where it's going to go in the future. And getting a little bit more development from Russell and Zach is always nice. Honestly, October 6th was definitely a good time for sure. I definitely liked how like it ended off with like a punk concert. That was pretty cool, honestly. I really wish that like there would be like more punk acts like at the free concerts near me, but all I get is like country, so and like 80s like cover bands. But anyways, next time we'll continue on to October 7th and Bryan's route. I'm pretty interested to see where that's gonna go and see where Bryan and Ben's relationship will go from here. So until then, oh wait, also, Kane is adorable, and like honestly, if Bryan's not available, I honestly wouldn't be totally against Ben being with Kane, because like, Kane's really cute. Anyways, with that said, until next time everyone, I'll see you all later. Bye!